Hi, this is Norwich 93 CMP. We're going to do the M1 Carbine Headspacing video. I'm going to show you how to do it, some of the pitfalls that people fall into as far as doing it wrong. I'm going to show you the correct way, and then I'll talk to you about the wrong ways. First of all, it's stripped. Take everything off. Recoil spring, recoil guide, bolt. Take the bolt out, and then definitely the slide. And the first thing you need to do is clean everything. And the areas we're going to clean is the bolt face, the backs and all around the lugs, especially in these areas here. This area right here, over on this side and the left side. And then just as important as anything is inside the chamber. All these areas need to be perfectly clean to get a accurate reading. If you don't have these areas clean and you're going to use head spacing tools, it's basically worthless and it's going to give you a false reading. There are two gauges that I use, is a go and no-go. The no-go is longer, taller than the go gauge. I always start with the go gauge. This style allows me to keep the ejector and the extractor in. There's another style, this happens to be for an M1 Grand. This one looks like a casing, and it won't go into the bolt face without taking out the extractor and the ejector. So you need to be aware of that. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw the bolt in. It's nice, everything's clean. Of course, for the video, this position's called out of battery. Out of batteries from here all the way into this position. In battery is all the way down. So when you hear those terms when I'm doing this, this is what I'm referring to. This is in battery. This is where you want a round to go off while it's in the chamber. The first one I usually take is the go gauge. Why? It's a little shorter. It tells me right off the bat. If it doesn't go into battery with this one, there's no sense of doing the no-go gauge. Put it in chamber. Make sure your gauges are also clean too. Sometimes they get scummed up. I'm gonna, without any pressure, I'm gonna push it up against the gauge, and I should be able to put down. Go into full battery. That means this weapon would fire with the round in the chamber in full battery. That's the way it should be. But the thing is, the no-go gauge is longer. It should not go into battery. Usually most of the bolts we see are in here someplace at the bottom level here. See how that one closed on it? That's not good. Technically it would fire in the in battery, but the problem is that the top of the round casing in this area of the chamber is called excessive. That means it's out a little farther. And what this means is the bullet will be able to go a little bit farther before it picks up on the rifling and goes out the barrel. And what that does is create a wear pattern in here called excessive headspace. And that gap will increase with time and wear faster. So we know that this does not work properly. So it's not really, not saying it's not a safe bolt. What I'm saying is you're going to cause damage to your barrel. Okay, we're going to try a different bolt. This happens to be another round bolt. This is the same manufacturer as the receiver. I'm going to start with the go gauge again. Of course. So it should fall the whole way into battery. Making me a liar. Oh, there we go. Goes in. You shouldn't have to push hard whatsoever to get it to do that. Let's see what the no-go does. See that now? It's all the way seated but I can't get it to go down. That means there's something wrong with the headspace. This headspace casing, where it stops in the chamber, is too far back, causing this. The problem with this is it can cause an out of battery firing. And if you're not doing this properly, or having a gunsmith do it properly to find out if it's proper, you're going to have this called out of battery firing. And what this does is it actually fired this round, seated into the chamber. It went off, but it wasn't all the way in. It wasn't in battery. And what had happened, this area, you can see a little dent right there to that mushrooming, and over on this side right here, that's the extractor in the top of the bolt coming in contact. I actually had to take a hammer and hit the slide to get this to unseat where somebody had fired it out of battery. And this is military ammo. This is the dangers of not doing a proper headspace. This is not safe to fire. That's how you do a proper head spacing on an M1 carbine.